Today I will be revisiting a topic I haven't spoken on since my very first video, and that is the life of the Albinaurics. Albinaurics have so many layers to them, peeling back each one has left me with more questions than the last. As we know, the race of Albinaurics were created from a primordial drop of dew, as noted by the Albinauric shield. Your next question may be, who created the Albinaurics? Well, for that one, you can check out my first video for my full theory up above. This is a quick reminder to subscribe. We are almost to 2,000 subscribers, so I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who is already subscribed to the channel. I sincerely appreciate all of your support. Life as an Albinauric was not easy in the lands between, for they existed without the grace of the Erd Tree and were seen as less than others. The discrimination goes even deeper than that when you take a closer look at your surroundings. It is no secret that Praetor Rykard and those that dwelled in Volcano Manor tortured and murdered thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. They allured knights and tarnished with their anti-Golden Order rhetoric, and then fed those who believed in their cause to the giant serpent. They spared no one, not even Rykard himself, who allowed the great serpent to feast upon his flesh as well. Entering Volcano Manor and the Serpent's Pit is extremely dangerous. The area is full of enemies. One particular enemy are these hooded creatures that crawl and launch themselves at you in the dark. Their gray skin and bulbous heads look eerily familiar, but also were not something I paid much attention to. These same creatures can be found again in Castle Sol. They crawl out from under the darkness of the stairs before heading to the boss room. These creatures are noted in the Elden Ring wiki page as Albinaurics. I can't believe I never realized this during my playthrough, but this realization was extremely unsettling for me. These Albinaurics do not fully resemble the Albinauric archers like Latenna or those found in Ordina. Their inability to use their legs, however, is a key characteristic of first-generation Albinaurics, which would explain why they drag themselves across the floor and launch themselves onto you. Their gray skin and bulbous heads also resemble the physical characteristics of second-generation Albinaurics. In both Castle Sol and Volcano Manor, we also see what are noted in the wiki as screamers, or humanoids locked onto some sort of hanging contraption. They screech and alert nearby enemies to your presence, this being their only purpose since they cannot actually attack you. These creatures too look familiar, with their hunched-over bodies and long white hair, even their open-gaped mouths, resembling Albus, the last survivor in the village of the Albinaurics. This may be the fate of many Albinaurics taken hostage. They're unable to defend themselves or escape, so they're used as alarm systems for their captors. If you listen very closely, you can still hear them moaning in the darkness. The extremely deformed-looking Albinaurics, as well as the Screechers, bleed gray blood, another trademark of the race of the Albinauric people. Why do these Albinaurics appear so grotesque? Are these Albinaurics somewhere in between first and second generation Albinaurics? Or are they something else entirely? If yes, then how did this happen? One of my theories is torture. Something that fans of Tolkien will know is the idea of torture changing a group of people into something completely different. Orcs in the Lord of the Rings series were once elves, tortured and cruelly twisted into the defiled creatures we know as orcs in the books and movies. Taking inspiration from this theme and placing it into the world of Elden Ring would explain the mysterious transformation of the Albinaurics. There is a lot of torture happening in Volcano Manor, so it very well could be true. And when taking a closer look at Castle Sol, it appears torture also occurred there as well. The blood stains across the floor and dead bodies abandoned in the cages scattered around would suggest that it went on for a while. This, of course, doesn't compare to the massive piles of bodies littered around a volcano manor. Finally, the second generation Albinaurics that appear deep underground, following the luminary Moog, seem to have omen horns growing out of their skulls, as well as red skin. This could be an example of them changing due to exposure to Moog's accursed blood, taking on the color of it as well as the physical characteristics of omens. Although this is a lot less macabre than the previous two examples, this once again proves a pattern of Albinaurics being malleable, or able to be manipulated and changed by their environment, or potentially even magic. The fate of the Albinaurics seems more and more grim the closer we analyze their very existence in the lands between. It appears there would be very little to no escape from tragedy or a fate worse than death for this race of people, either murdered ruthlessly or captured and tortured until mutated into something barely recognizable. Loretta's noble mission to find a safe place for the Albinaurics was an honorable cause, and understandable after seeing all of the torment that befell anyone whom the Golden Order deemed as graceless. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the like button and comment down below any of your thoughts or opinions on this topic. I truly enjoy engaging with all of you down in the comments, so please feel free to add to the conversation. I can't wait to talk to you all on the next one. Bye!